For a lot of us, the 3DS was the handheld to have back in the day, and even though it's been around for a while with a range of models to choose from, it still holds up as one of the best systems for kids today. And if you've got one laying around or just picked one up, you might be wondering, what are the best 3DS games for my kid to start with? Well, we've got you covered. Whether your kid's into platformers, adventures, or something fun and easy to pick up, these 10 games are some of the best on the system. And stick around because we'll throw in some bonus recommendations by the end. I'm Craig with Out of Control Games, and let's find the stylus the kids have probably lost by now and jump into our top 10 3DS games for kids. Kicking things off, we've got Yoshi's New Island. This game keeps the classic Yoshi gameplay, but makes it even more approachable for younger players. You've probably seen since Yoshi's story on the Nintendo 64, Yoshi's had a more childlike approach, where you still swallow enemies, toss eggs, and save Baby Mario, however, without too much difficulty, making it perfect for little gamers just getting into platformers. The adorable art style, looking like a children's storybook, comes to life, makes it even more engaging. Plus, the Flutter Jump feature helps younger players ease into platforming without frustration. And those giant Mega Egg Dozers, trust me, they're awesome for both breaking through obstacles and uncovering secrets. Yoshi's New Island can be great for kids to play independently while still offering a fun challenge. And if you have another 3DS laying around the house or 2DS, you can join them for co-op play with the second copy. LEGO City Undercover The Chase Begins is a fantastic open-world adventure where you play as Chase McCain, a rookie cop solving crimes in a LEGO city. The humor and fun missions will keep kids engaged, and even though the world isn't as big as the console versions, there's still plenty to explore here. With all the collectibles and side activities, it's perfect for the kids who love LEGOs and love to explore. And this game's a great way to get kids to think creatively, especially when they're solving puzzles. Plus, it's a good introduction to open world games, which helps teach patience and exploration. Now, if you have a Switch and you don't want to shell out $60 for Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, maybe consider Donkey Kong Returns 3D. It's the Wii version and the same game on the Switch. And Donkey Kong's Returns 3D is a challenging yet rewarding platformer with beautiful visuals and tight gameplay at 30 frames per second. And yes, it is slightly tougher than the other games that are going to be on this list, but the new mode that you'll find on the Switch with the extra hearts can make it more accessible for younger players. Each level's packed with secrets, encouraging replays, and there's a co-op mode if you have a second 2DS laying around, or 3DS, where a second player can jump in as Diddy Kong. And then for younger or more beginner players, definitely take advantage of the new mode to help reduce the difficulty. Co-op play can definitely be a bonding experience and might help you get through those tougher sections together. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon offers a charming mix of ghost-busting action and puzzle solving. Using Luigi's Poltergust vacuum to capture ghosts, it's pretty fun and interactive mechanic. The game's spooky, but not too scary of an atmosphere, and it's just right for kids who want something a little different from platformers. Yes, this game has come to the Switch, but is actually so much more affordable on the 3DS. And if your kids are a bit wary of the spooky themes, Luigi's Mansion does strike a great balance between spooky and a light-hearted adventure. It's a great game for getting kids into puzzles while still keeping them entertained with its humor and quirky enemies, and heads up, they might want to check out Goosebumps after they're done playing. The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds is one of the most approachable Zelda games thanks to its simple mechanics. With the ability to turn into a painting and walk along walls and solve puzzles, this game's non-linear design allows kids to explore and tackle dungeons in any order, which keeps things fresh and exciting. It's an ideal balance of action and exploration without getting overwhelmed from the vast size of Breath of the Wild, and a little bit more complicated than my personal favorite, A Link to the Past. If your kids are new to Zelda, don't worry about the difficulty curve in this one, because A Link Between Worlds does a great job of easing players into the game. It's a great game for teaching puzzle solving and exploration skills, plus they'll feel a sense of accomplishment after beating a dungeon. And if they fall in love with Zelda, great job, they'll definitely probably want to check out A Link to the Past and Link's Awakening. Super Mario 3D Land blends 2D and 3D Mario gameplay seamlessly with bite-sized levels that are perfect for short bursts of play. It's easy to pick up with power-ups like the Tanuki Souk returning to help Mario guide through levels, making it a fantastic introduction to 3D platformers. And the short levels in 3D Land are perfect for younger kids. They can complete them in quick sessions. And just when you think you beat the game, if you haven't played this one before, it opens up even further, increasing the difficulty to keep both players that are experienced and beginners engaged. So you can play together with them or take the lead, and if your kids fall in love with this one, be sure to check out Super Mario 3D World on the Switch. Bowser's Fury is a great addition, and 4-player Mario and 3D levels are absolute chaos. Kirby Planet Robobot amps up the classic Kirby formula with giant mech suits, offering new gameplay elements like piloting robot armor to defeat enemies and solve puzzles. It's forgiving for younger players, but still offers some challenge, making a perfect blend for all ages. The vibrant visuals and creative level designs ensure it's a fun ride from start to finish. Kirby's easy-to-understand controls and forgiving difficulty curve makes this an excellent choice for kids to play on their own. Plus, if they're stuck on a puzzle, you can always hop into the giant robo-mech and help them figure it out. And if they love this one, be sure to check out Kirby Star Allies or Return to Dreamland Deluxe for the Switch. It keeps that multiplayer gameplay for Kirby as well as that simple, easy to pick up and play gameplay that Kirby fans love. Animal Crossing New Leaf's all about creativity and slow-paced, open-ended gameplay. This was the Animal Crossing to end all Animal Crossings for a while because you became the mayor of a town, designing homes, interacting with villagers, and enjoying events that change with the season. I still love this game and going back to it because it's relaxing with no pressure. Kids can enjoy fishing, bug catching, and decorating. The cheerful atmosphere and adorable characters make it ideal for younger players or adults who just want some downtime. Animal Crossing might start out slow for some kids at first, but it's an amazing game to teach responsibility, especially if they take pride in designing their own town. This can be a fantastic opportunity to bond over shared tasks like catching bugs or fishing, which feels like a mini adventure in itself. Just, hey, pro tip, make sure the kids' 3DS or 2DS is away from them in the middle of the night because there is an island to get some really expensive bugs. So, yeah, make sure you have that and they don't, so they don't stay up too late on a school night, like I may or may not have done instead of just going to bed like a reasonable adult, just so I can get a good night's sleep for work. If you love Mario Kart 8, then Mario Kart 7 is a must. It's the reason to own a 2DS. It was the reason to buy a 3DS for the longest time. It's all that Mario Kart franchise excitement and it introduced underwater racing, gliders, and a kart customization that we enjoy in Mario Kart 8. The multiplayer was amazing, still amazing for kids who enjoy racing with family and friends, and younger kids can take advantage of auto accelerate as well to help them focus on steering and using items. Mario Kart's always fun in multiplayer, so if you have multiple 2DS or 3DS systems, definitely pick up multiple copies. And if you love Mario Kart 8, then you have a 2DS. Why do you not have Mario Kart 7? It's a must if you own this system. So there is no way we could list every single possible great 3DS game because there's 1,600 plus of them. Just 3DS, not including DS games that kids and adults can enjoy. And so we compiled a couple of favorites that didn't quite make the cut, but are still absolutely amazing. Pokemon X and Y. It's a solid introduction to the world of Pokemon for younger players. It features easy to understand mechanics, vibrant visuals, as well it's a straightforward Pokemon experience for kids to get to enjoy. Then you have Mario and Luigi Dreamteam. The Mario and Luigi franchise as a whole, but Dreamteam is a very lighthearted RPG with fun mechanics and humor, and it's perfect for kids who want to dive into RPGs for the first time. It offers turn-based mechanics and turn-based combat in a more accessible and has a lot of humor. In fact, any of the Mario RPG games would go right here, including Paper Mario Stickerstar. It's a cute, colorful RPG with simple mechanics. It's a solid option for younger kids who want to enjoy more puzzles and light combat than a traditional RPG, and it's got a quirky art style, and its humor appeals to both parents and kids alike. Then you have the GOAT, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. For younger kids, it may not be more their jam, but it's definitely going to be more challenging, especially considering combat's 3D versus top-down. Older kids who want to take on the classic for the first time, this is the version to play if you're introducing Ocarina of Time to younger players. And then you also have Majora's Mask, which is fantastic and fixes a lot of that game's issues on the Nintendo 64. And if you have a kid who's creative and loves problem solving, check out Scribblenauts Unlimited. Kids can write literally anything to solve puzzles, and it definitely fosters that creativity and critical thinking. And that number one pick is Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. If you had a 3DS, at some point you probably owned Pokemon for it. If your kid is anything like mine and goes to school, they're probably going to talk to kids about Pokemon. And what great way to start a kid's journey off than Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. These are the premier versions of both Sun and Moon, and these games bring so much more new content, more Pokemon, and side activities like the maritime surfing. You got the whole Aloha region. Friendly characters, engaging battles make it a fantastic pick for kids new to RPGs. Plus, for all of us Gen 1ers, Aloha variants of our Gen 1 favorites. Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are perfect for teaching kids about turn-based combat and, more importantly, strategy. While you have the exploration and side quests give them a sense of accomplishment. Plus, it's a great introduction for role-playing games that they can continue to enjoy for years, and more importantly, a great step into the world of catching them all. And that's it, friends. Whether your little ones are into platformers, adventure games, or just need something to relax with, these titles offer something for every young gamer. And hey, maybe this will encourage you to pick up your 3DS, dust it off, and pop in your copy of one of your favorites. Let us know which games your kids love the most, and you love the most, more importantly. Be sure to drop a like, hit a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. This is Craig with Out of Control Games. We know life is out of control enough. Don't let your gaming be.